young Eddard Stark, Lord of Winterfell, a man whose honour was as unyielding as the northern frost, volunteered to ride. A chill sharper than any winter wind had passed between him and his friend, the new King Robert. A dispute over the Targaryen babes, innocent lives caught in the storm of their father's making. So, with his Northmen, Eddard rode south. The greatest threat? The might of the Reach under Lord Mace Tyrell laying siege to Storm's End, and within that ancient fortress, Stannis Baratheon, the king's own brother. Grim, resolute, starving. For nigh on a year he held, while Tyrell's knights feasted in silken pavilions within sight of the castle's despairing eyes. Few sing of Stannis' valor there, no glorious charges, no ballads of daring deeds, but mark my words. His bitter defiance held the Reach men fast, their thousands of swords kept from the trident. Inside Storm's End the granaries were dust, the red wine fleet a steel net across the bay. They ate their horses, then the dogs, the cats. Dark whispers circulated, of men forced to consider the fallen as sustenance. Some knights, desperate, plotted surrender. Stannis, they say, offered them a choice, the catapult or the dungeon, where even the dead might serve the living. Maester Crescent argued for the cells, a grim delay of the inevitable. Then, when all hope seemed but a memory, a single small ship sailed by a notorious smuggler, one Davos Seaworth, dared the blockade. Under the cloak of a moonless night he slipped past the watchful red wines. His cargo, no gold, no jewels, onions and saltfish. To the starving garrison it was a feast beyond imagining. That humble fare, that act of daring bought them time, precious time. Enough for Eddard Stark's host to appear on the horizon, a tide of grim northern steel. Before such resolve, Mace Tyrell, for all his feasting and his numbers, dipped his banners. The siege was broken. Stannis, ever the dutiful, was then commanded by Robert to build a new fleet, to take Dragonstone, the last Targaryen refuge, and Davos the smuggler, knighted, granted lands, a keep, ships of his own, a lord made by his courage. Yet Stannis, a man of iron laws, personally took the first joints from the fingers of Davos's left hand, a reward and a punishment. For the law is the law.